Hi, welcome back to another video tip for fingerstyle guitarists. My name is David Youngman, and we're just finishing up the three-part series on challenges. These are ways to perfect your playing, perfect a lick or a piece or an exercise, just by using a method that kind of keeps our mind focused, helps our mind to focus and to get the most out of our practice time. The first week we were looking at the board game challenge. Last week it was the tally challenge. And then this week we're talking about metronome challenges, which I've actually had a number of students when they come in for the first time. They've already used this in a certain way, and so I just help them to try to tweak it to make it the most effective. Basically, all you need for this is a metronome, some sort of metronome. There's, you can use the physical type. They're usually like $10 or $15, that type. Most of my students, I just have them, pull up an app on their phone, get an app because they're usually free or $1 or something. So, and they're usually a lot more flexible than this type of metronome. I actually end up using my phone most of the time, because a lot of times I can do a tap tempo to start where I want to. Anyway, like all the other challenges, we need to define our terms first. What's our focus going to be? It might be playing the right notes, or the right rhythms, or maintaining a certain technical aspect. Just make sure you're not overwhelming your mind with all of that. Give it only enough that it can manage, so you can focus on playing and keep track of whatever your focus is. Generally, I like to set a time limit on this type of practice, along with all the other challenges. Depending on what it is, it might be 5, 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes. So I'm going to switch over here to the metronomes and give you some examples. So there's two basic ways that I use the metronome system here. The first way is just only increasing. I don't get penalized. I don't go back. So just for an example here, first I want to define my terms, and I'm just going to say I want to get the correct notes in time, in rhythm. And I'm just going to play a simple scale here, and we're starting at 100 beats per minute. And I'm going to go, my goal is going to be 110 beats per minute, going from 100 to try to get to 110, and I'll go in increments of 2 beats per minute. So we'll start this. Okay, so to me that met my criteria, so then I would bump up 2 beats per minute. If I played it again and I got it right, then I'd bump up 2. If I played it again and didn't get it, I would just stay here. I wouldn't get penalized. So that's one way that I do it. The other way is sort of like the climbing method with the tally challenges. With that one, let's say I'm started at 100, trying to get to 110 with the climbing system. So if I go again, okay, and then I got off on rhythm there. So then I would say, all right, I have to go back 2 beats per minute. And you can set limits with that. You could say, like, okay, if I get back to 100 beats per minute, I'm not going to go below that if I continue to get them wrong. If you want to be hard on yourself, then sure, make yourself go down. I do that once in a while, but usually not. So those are the two methods that I do for the metronome challenges. As always, thanks for watching, and if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe and share them with your friends. Also, you can connect with me on Facebook. I do kind of random stuff on there, I guess. I typically post updates from what I'm doing on YouTube, updates from my blog on my website, some behind-the-scenes stuff, events that are coming up, tour dates that are coming up. So definitely check that out, and I'll see you next week.